So there is a big election happening in the business community in Ghana. The Association of Ghana Industries, that's AGI, is going to the polls to elect some executives. And here on ChannelOne Television and 97.3 CTFM, we've caught up with one of the contenders for the position of president. Ralph Ayitey is currently the national treasurer of the Association of Ghana Industries, also the chief executive officer of the Coconut Grove Regency Hotel. This time around, he wants to be president of the association. We are here to speak to him so that he tells us his mission, his vision, and also aspirations for the association. And the biggest of it all is his Big Six agenda. Thank you so much for joining us, Ralph, and it's always a pleasure to speak to you. How are preparations going to this election come Thursday, November 27?
Well, the preparations have been going very well. We have stuck to our plan, which is first and foremost to relate to our various members in various areas of the country and then sectors. So we have the northern region, we have the BA, Brown Ahafo, and Bono East. And then we have the Ashanti region also, and then the central and western, Greater Accra and Tema. And then also, I've made sure that I've touched base with all the sectors. AGI has 22 sectors in total who are very critical, who are actually the anchor of the association. So I've touched base with them. I have emphasized my vision, which is to reposition the Association of Ghana Industries as an assertive organization that is providing sustainable advice, guidance, to our members, ensuring that all our members thrive. And in all our members thriving, then Ghana is thriving. We are talking about being very, very innovative, encouraging our members to be very, very innovative in what we do. And overall, ensuring that Ghana industry works and works very well.
I can imagine. So preparations are really taking a chunk of your time. But who is Ralph Ayitey at all, and how has he been one of the key players in the Association of Ghana Industries, and why does he want to be president this time around?
Well, Raphael Ayitey has been around for a while in the business circles. I started my working life in 1997 at Buswa Beach as a marketing manager, and then had the opportunity to be given an offer by Dr. and Mrs. Sundum in January 1999, where I've been to date. I've been privileged to have leadership roles after being the sales manager that I started with at Coconut Grove. I became the group sales manager for all our hotels, and then became the general manager for Coconut Grove Regency, a position I held for about 17 years. And then currently I'm the chief executive officer for our hotels. I'm somebody who loves work, who believes in work. I mean, what has motivated me this far is the curiosity as to why Ghanaian businesses haven't really been where they're supposed to be, which is being very much competitive in the marketplace. And I, with my team, have ensured that the space that we find ourselves in, which is in Coconut Grove Hotels, and for that matter, hospitality industry, we have played a very, very strong role and, contributed to making Coconut Grove Hotels a global brand. I joined when the group was 5 years old, and now Elmina is 30 years old, and the Regency is 26 years this year, actually. And really, Ralph Ayitey, I have ensured with my colleagues that we do not connect from Ghanaian production, in that we try as much as possible to integrate our business and to develop our business with what we can source locally. And every now and then, I do not hesitate to say that as much as we can source locally, we would gladly do it. And here specifically, lately everybody is talking about chicken. Yesterday, I think I just saw the Deputy Minister of Agric suggesting that every hospitality unit should be made to consume locally raised chicken. We have been doing that for the last 31 years. Same as our rice. If you look at the construction that we undertake, we use bricks. You look at our furniture, you look at our fabrics, okay? So we have ensured that whatever we can source locally, we do so locally. And then also talking about integration of our businesses, we have ensured that we connect and relate to businesses. So if you look at hospitality, for example, we connect very, very well with the manufacturing. If you look behind me, you can see all these. These are manufacturing stuff that are made here locally in Ghana. Coincidentally, these are items that are within our group, okay? If you look up there, which is the brown gold, that comes from HOTS, a company that I'm the board chairman of, okay? So overall, we are very much interested, or I am very much interested in seeing Ghanaian businesses succeed. And I think out of that curiosity, my team and I have come very, very far in positioning our hotels in very strategic places on the map of Ghana.
Interesting. So if I understand clearly what you are saying, you are leveraging your vast experience in the hospitality sector to change, you know, the Association of Ghana Industry. But you also served as an executive member before. Currently, you are the treasurer. What, in your view, would you say is the biggest challenge confronting industries in Ghana today, for which reason your presidency is going to, you know, tackle?
Well, my presidency is going to be a precise one. I've spoken to you about my vision. And then we have the Big Six agenda, okay? The Big Six agenda talks about ensuring that we have a market for our products. A Big Six agenda is looking at reducing to the barest minimum as much as we can the hustle that our producers go through. The Big Six agenda is also talking about empowering women and the youth in business. So therefore, we have the Women in Business wing of the Association of Ghana Industries. What we seek to do is to help them to reduce the burden of doing business, therefore connecting the market with their production. And then also we are looking at enhancing their standards, okay? Making sure that they work within, or as much as possible aspire to have internationally rated global products. And this the association can do through my leadership. I know some work has been done, but we are going to put some needed sense of urgency to it. And then we're talking about funding, okay? Funding is very, very critical. But sometimes also what I realized during our tour is that it's not necessarily that the funds are not there, but how do we support the various businesses to put their books in order, okay? So these are very, very critical areas. And then let's talk, just to expand on the global aspect, we have the ECOWAS economic zone. We have the African Continental Free Trade Area. And of course, we find ourselves in a global situation. What I'm seeking to do is to ensure that businesses within the Association of Ghana Industries, and for that matter, most businesses in Ghana, are able to strive beyond the market of Ghana and develop their standards to meet the standards and become global players. So we cannot just limit ourselves. We may expand to West Africa, we may expand to Africa, and then we may go beyond, okay? And then the association also needs to have a permanent place of its own. We had, through the awesome support of the late Mr. Addison, may he rest in peace, who put up a beautiful 4-story building for the association. Unfortunately, during the redevelopment of the trade fair, we no longer have that. So I'm going to push, of course, with the team to ensure that AGI gets a very, very strong point in terms of its development by having an edifice that befits its status of having been around for the last 68 years.
Interesting that over 68 years in operation, you don't have an office of your choice, but that's by the way. We are still talking to Ralph Ayitey. He is a presidential aspirant for the Association of Ghana Industries. He's currently the CEO of the Coconut Grove Hotel. But Ralph, what is your relationship like with the outgoing president, Dr. Humphrey Yimdake, and which of his legacies do you see yourself, building upon?
Oh, thank you very much for that question. Dr. Humphrey Yimdake has been our president, and we've had a very wonderful working relationship. I'll take you through. So from 2015 to 2017, I was the sector head for hospitality in AGI, and then from 2017 up to 2021, I went up to be on the Executive Council, which helped me to be on the National Council. And then from 2021 to date, I am the National Treasurer. Now, one important legacy I think Dr. Humphrey Dake has left, aside everything, is the constitution of a subcommittee on agribusiness. And I'm happy that that happened about 3 years ago. And I'm also happy that this government has complemented it by calling the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, which fits in very well with the vision that Dr. Humphrey Dake brought up. My reason for being excited about this is that we need large production in terms of agribusiness to feed our various industries, okay? I mean, there are so many opportunities. We talk about poultry, we talk about maize, we talk about soybean, the cereals, and even the development of a dairy industry, development of a tree crop industry, okay? So I think that that is something that we have been working very, very hard to leverage on. And the association has even ventured to go into the acquisition of large tracts of land. So we are talking to MIDA, we are talking to the National Service Secretariat. We've had conversations and sent proposals to the Bui Development Authority, all aimed at the association having large tracts of land, because land is quite an issue, especially that large size when it comes to industrialization. So we seek to develop industrialized land banks that will feature agribusiness, the entire value chain, okay, and then also the ancillary industries that come with it. So we've had a wonderful working relationship, and I look forward when my colleague voters, who are also members of the association, give me the opportunity to lead them for the next 2 years.
Amazing. Well, I've spoken to some members of the association, and what they say is that they are looking forward to a leader who is present, a leader who really understands the issues of the industry, as well as how they will be able to advocate going forward with the government. I'm asking this question: are you the right person coming against 2 other contenders?
Ayitey is the right person for you. And I can comfortably count on my experience in the hospitality industry and the group that I belong to. One, the hospitality industry. You have to be a hands-on person to survive in the hospitality industry. And I think with the work of my colleagues, I have, come very, very far. Because here are people, we're dealing with people who want things done and done seamlessly. So people enter your hotel, they are paying so much, they want things done and done seamlessly because they also are responsible to other people. So I want to emphasize on the fact that I see all members of the Association of Ghana Industries as my clients, people who I'm obliged to. So if they call me 24/7 with any issues, I have no choice. It will come naturally because this is what I've been living for the last 28 years. To be a solution, to be a servant leader for the Association of Ghana Industries. I'm going to be a hands-on servant leader when I'm given the opportunity. And I want to mince no words in assuring them that me coming into this position, the association is the reason why I'm coming in. I've had the opportunity of being in top leadership for the last 10 to 12 years in the association. So I can understand and appreciate what their concerns are. As much as we could solve them, we did very, very much. So I want to emphasize. And then one important thing considering that I belong to a group, I'm very, very much understanding and versatile with regards to various industries. I can call them, if it's education, if it's finance, if it's manufacturing, insurance, just name it. Of course, hospitality itself, the service industry, media. These are spaces that on a monthly basis I relate with my colleagues in our group, understand them, know the issues that are at hand. So I can say that I am very, very versatile when it comes to industry. I'm not just fixated on hospitality, no. If you even talk of the quarry business, I'm very, very familiar with those situations. And we can come up, or we have come up with solutions to speed up, fixing these challenges that may face. And of course, tap the opportunities that come with it.
Wonderful. We are wrapping up, but this is still a conversation with Ayitey, who is vying for the position of president at the Association of Ghana Industry. This is just on the lighter note. There are people who say that Raf is an Indum's guy, and I think it's something you alluded to in your introduction, given the close relationship you have with Dr. Papa Kwesi Indum, and therefore you are receiving a lot of people support from people who have a very soft spot for Papa Kwesi Indum. Are you able to speak to that?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Dr. Papa Kwesi Indum and Mrs. Yvonne Indum for giving me an opportunity since the age of 24, okay? And that is something that is indelible in my heart, to appreciate and give opportunity to the youth. And like I mentioned, AGI has a women and youth wing. So that is something that I, being a living example, I started from a managerial position. And he gave me everything that I needed, all the experiences, best practices. It's not about your color or where you're from or whatever your orientation. It's just about giving people who have shown traits of being efficient and diligent and ready to learn an opportunity. And that is something that I will carry along with me. And like I said, the versatility in dealing with colleagues who are involved in other businesses is very helpful. And let me also say this, that I also have learned how to start up and develop my own business. So it's not just being pushing on this side, but I've also had an inclination to try my own business, and the emphasis has been in agribusiness. So I find myself listed, my company listed on various big distributing outlets here in Ghana. So I understand the business through and through. I mean, talk about poultry, and I think I have the biggest rabbit farm in Ghana. Really.
Visiting there very soon.
Yes, and I'm happy. I'll be participating in the City FM Agri Fair. I think it's next week. Oh, it's this week. Yes. So my colleague and I, we've registered to be a part of it. And for me, it's not just limited to just the agribusiness part of it, but it extends to the entire value chain, harnessing the value chain. And for me, it's a joy that I also am involved in it. So it's not just the talk, but I have over 50 outgrowers who pick from me and who I also pick from, who support my business, which I started really as a hobby, but it has developed into something quite lucrative and most importantly, gives me an insight as to how businesses run in Ghana.
We're also pleased to have you. But final point, 2-in-1 question. So you had earlier spoken about the industry focus, also youth and women empowerment, and also some other forms of advocacy that you are looking at in terms of your Big Six agenda. What more is there to it in that package? And also, as you are leaving the position of National Treasurer, the person succeeding you, do you have any message to that particular person? Are you tipping to win the National Treasurer position, even as you exit that particular role?
Well, first of all, let me say a very big thank you to the Association of Ghana Industries family for having given me the opportunity through voting in the last 3 sessions that we've had. I respect them. I appreciate their sense of judgment. And I believe that we work together to harness their businesses. For the incoming National Treasurer, I think it's important that you are a very open-minded, broad-hearted person towards business, not just fixated on the finances. I'm happy to say that we've laid a very, very good foundation where the Association of Ghana Industries will be able to increase its revenue, not just from subscriptions, but from other ancillary investments and strategies that we have put in place and are rolling out to make sure that we generate the necessary revenue to make the association even more vibrant. I will say that it's been a very, very helpful opportunity. The Association of Ghana Industries is strong, and the opportunities out there are actually begging us for us to set the pace for Ghana to develop. We are looking beyond the association. We are looking at making Ghana what it seeks to be, a self-sustaining country, a country that is ready to rely on its indigenes and their best business practices, a country that is ready to look within for products and services and make sure that Ghanaians are very much an integrated part of it. I'm very happy, especially with our Honorable Minister of Trade, the tangent that she's taking to ensure that Ghana industry grows and grows very, very well. I'm very happy that the country is being opened up for accessibility, not just for industry, but even for people. You talk about domestic tourism. You talk about the movement of goods up and down country. I think it's very, very positive. And then I want to say it's very, very positive that you hear the government talking about most of the construction work that is going on being led by Ghanaians. Okay, when we empower the Ghanaians, we make the country peaceful, and things just move on very, very well. So the indigenization of our economy, the respect for our currency, putting our currency first before anything else, it's not just looking at the numbers, but it helps in transforming our psyche, that we have to respect the Ghanaian cedi, not to get fixated on some other currency. So I'm very happy, I'm very excited, I'm looking forward to the elections, and I'm very positive and praying. And I want to urge my fellow AGI members who are in good standing and will vote that they should give us a chance to move AGI to another level, another very, very encouraging, very, very hopeful, very, very sweet level. And when we do that, we also make Ghana happy. We make Ghanaians happy. We get in more youth who are curious, more companies who are curious and say, this is the AGI that we want. And that is my slogan, that this is the AGI we want. And that slogan came from discussing and talking to our fellow members. Yes.
I see. You sound very, very optimistic, and I really want to wish you well. But before you take leave of us, I know you are going for the position of president. Just educate us on this bit. You had earlier mentioned that AGI consists of 22 subsectors. Are you able to tell us exactly what AGI does in general, and also the difference between the president and the CEO? What was the difference in terms of the role?
Well, I would say the CEO is more administrative. The president is a 2-term maximum opportunity that you are given. So when you are elected, you have just 2 years, and if the people are happy, they can vote you back. Now, Association of Ghana Industries actually started as the Manufacturers Association of Ghana by no less a person than our own late Esther Oklu, may she rest in peace. So she brought the various manufacturers together, but then it was expanded to include industry in general. So you have the telecom sector, we have the business development sector, we have the pharmaceutical sector, we have the construction sector, we have the cosmetics sector, we have the women and youth sector, so 22 in all, just not to take too much of your time. Now, what the association seeks to do is mainly advocacy, okay? But we want to take that advocacy a step up. That's why we are saying from advocacy to action, okay? We want to be more present with our members to see really. So for example, if we have the opportunity to scale up, to help scale up somebody's business, okay? We will want to be there. We will want to guide you. We will want to give you all the support that you need so that come next year, come next 2 years, you say, oh, I was in this little corner just doing 10 pieces of whatever product, but now I've scaled up. I have equipment, I have an accountant, I have a salesperson. So overall, we want to be more present, more assertive, more guiding in the marketplace, not just limited to advocacy. Okay.
I see. So will your presidency be remembered for as a presidency that responds to, industry demands, especially when it comes to improvement in the macroeconomic conditions of the country? Because what we do know is that when things improve, you're expecting a corresponding reduction in pricing. Is this something that your leadership is going to take up?
Let me take you back to 1993. Philip Kotler, when I started marketing, he says, marketing is a management process that anticipates, okay, customer needs and wants. I'm just paraphrasing, at a profit. Anticipates. My emphasis is on anticipation. So the Association of Ghana Industries, okay, going a step higher is to be able to anticipate. We are going to have a research unit that is way ahead of what the market is saying, simulating scenarios, okay, so that nothing comes as a surprise to the Association of Ghana Industries. I'm looking forward to empowering the various sectors that on a monthly basis, sector heads will be able to meet their sector members. And I've promised all the regions that I'm going to spend every quarter of the year in their various locations. So I've dedicated 7 days in the month already to visit all the regions, okay? Let me give you a typical example. The Ghana Investment Promotion Council is going around identify business opportunities. I'm looking for that AGI is going to partner them and make their work even much, much easier. So I'm going to be a hands-on president when I'm given the opportunity by the voters. We are going to go all the way. We are going to be ahead of time. We are not going to advocate in retrogression. We are going to advocate in anticipation of what government will do. We are going to liaise with people in government, in high places, just name it, either on the golf course or at the swimming pool or at the restaurant, wherever we can find them. We will want to have a conversation with them. We will want to know beyond, the narrative, beyond what we see in the newspapers or what we see being advertised out there.
Very well. So what's next for Raf Ayitey if he doesn't win the November 27 elections to become president of the AGI? Would that be the end of Raf Ayitey for AGI?
Well, it can't be the end of Raf Ayitey. First and foremost, I'm very positive that the members of the Association of Ghana Industries are very, very eager and looking forward to these 6 bold initiatives that focuses on manufacturing, on industry, on women, on the youth, on having access to very, very reasonably priced interest. So with all these factors, I am very, very positive that we will win. And since all of us cannot go on stage, the voters will give Rafael Ayitey an opportunity to stand as their president in a bold and assertive manner.
Indeed. Thank you very much. That's our conversation with Raf Ayitey, presidential aspirant for the position of president, indeed, for the Association of Ghana Industries. Raf, I want to thank you so much and also wish you well.
Thank you very much for your time.
My name is Nila Telate. Thank you so much for tuning in.